Now let's look at the pictures for the counterbalances and counter tension. So we start with the counterbalances, whereby the first one we said the hand-to-hand counterbalance. So the picture we are seeing is the hand-to-hand counterbalance, whereby you can see they are using the hands as the point of contact. They are using the hands as the point of contact. So that is hand-to-hand counterbalance. Next, we have the feet-to-back counterbalance. The feet-to-back counterbalance. You can see now one of those pupils is using the feet as the point of contact, while the other one is using the back as the point of contact. So that is feet to back counterbalance. Next, we have the feet to feet counterbalance. That is feet to feet counterbalance. So the feet to feet counterbalance, both partners use the feet as the point of contact. Both of them use the feet as the point of contact. Now, from there, let's look at the counter tension pictures. So the first picture for the counter tension is the upright position counter tension. The upright position counter tension. You can see both are standing. Both partners are in the upright position, and they are now holding their hands and now pulling or leaning backwards. So that is the counter position, the upright position counter tension. Next, we have the upright and seated positions counter tension. The upright and seated positions counter tension. Remember, we said the upright and seated positions counter tension. One partner sits on the ground while the other one stands, and then they now hold their hands, and one pulls upwards and the other one pulls towards the ground. That is upright and seated position counter tension. And remember, they are using both hands. They are using both hands. There is a difference between the upright and seated position counter tension and the kneeling position and upright position counter tension. So let's look at now the upright and kneeling position counter tension. So we see the difference between the two. This is the upright and kneeling positions counter tension. You can see the one partner is kneeling and the other one is standing, and they are using one hand. Each partner uses one hand to hold the other one and pull towards the opposite direction. So one is pulling downwards, the other one is pulling upwards, the one who is standing upright. So that is upright and kneeling positions counter tension. So the difference between the upright and kneeling position counter tension and upright and seated position counter tension is that in the upright and kneeling position counter tension, they use one hand is the one that is used to hold the other. But the upright and seated positions counter tension, both hands are used. Now, having looked at that, the pictures, now we have some questions which I would like you to tackle them. Now, the first question: what is counterbalance? What is counterbalance? Number 2, name 3 examples of counterbalances. Name 3 examples of counterbalances. Number 3, differentiate between counterbalances and countertension. Differentiate between counterbalances and countertension. Number 4, what is countertension? What is countertension? And lastly, name 3 examples of countertension. Name 3 examples of countertension. Now, you need to get all the questions right. So if you have missed any question, just go back to the video, play it back. You will be able to get the answer right. Goodbye.